Hi all, I thought I'd do a quick video on the small, I've got a 10-foot dory, as you can see, a roller trailer. It's alright really, 10 foot. I thought I was going to change it and get something a bit bigger, but I can actually self-launch this by hand, putting it down the ramp and bringing it back up again. The only thing is with it, which I found which is really annoying, if I'm on my own, if I'm with somebody, it's not too bad. So I sit there, tiller arm comes over, and that's okay, it's a bit awkward. I have to pull, well, I had the seat a bit further forward, to be honest with you. More like that. So what I've done now, I'm going to remove these seats, and I'm going to fill these holes in with a proper, I don't know what it's called now, I've ordered it anyway, I know what it's called, and I've measured, what I've measured, because I want the tank to fit inside a seat that I'm going to make out of aluminium, that sort of checkered plate, is it? It's called checker plate. So, and I've measured it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do a bit of a video of me making it. I'm going to bond it to the surface of the boat inside here. And so I'm going to use bonding compound and everything, just a bit of abrasion just to make sure it sticks okay. And I want to put a lid on it, so it'll have checker plate each side, checker plate at the back. I want the tank in the middle, I want a battery in the middle, and the idea is to distribute my weight. So when I'm sitting at the back here, if you can imagine, sort of, it's going to be the same sort of length as well. So if I'm sitting at the back and I've got someone with me at the front, then we'll plane, because when she picks up, the front end will drop and she planes quite nicely. But when you're on your own, if you're sitting at the back with the tiller, it doesn't work. So I want to shift my weight forward so I'm in the centre of the boat, and then I will put on an extended tiller arm. So you can see that now. And that means I can sit here with my hand behind my back, and I'll be able to toodle around, do a bit of fishing and whatnot, and still be able to control the boat. Okay, so far that's what I'm going to do. So when it all starts coming and I get the bits, I will assemble it and show you how I'm assembling it. So I'll catch you in a little bit. Okay, metal's turned up and pot rivets, and these are, they're called, can you see that? Closed. That means they won't let any water in, and these are aluminium. A 7mm drill bit. I bought a pack of 100. They're only about, I don't know, they weren't that expensive, I think about £6. These are 3 sheets of aluminium plate. This is this stuff. And then I've got various lengths which I've bought. I've got to join, well, not join two together, but I've got to, what will happen, just give me a second. Oh, a pot rivet gun as well. And my trusty drill. Brilliant bit of kit. So what I'm going to do, flip them over, measure them up perfect so I get them spot on like that. So that'll be the first bit. Then I'll measure an extra longer piece I've got here, like that. Cut the excess off at the end. Then I'll pot rivet this, drill it and pot rivet from the other side. This will be my sort of base that I'm going to work with, and then I'll have another section of this piece. So I'm going to have to cut a piece out of this, leave a lip on it, and I'm going to pot rivet the lip through the top. So this will sit, you can see that, like that. And then the lip will go over the top of here, and then I'll pot rivet through there, and that will do another piece, the other side. I will start pot riveting this, and then I'll just do a quick vid as I'm going along. You're not going to see me drilling and pot riveting, you'll be bored. I'm going to hold this to the plate here by using a pair of just standard mould grips. Then I'll put one pot rivet in, do exactly the same here, put one pot rivet in, exactly the same there, put one rivet in, and then at the end, and I'll show you when I've done that. Okay, mould grip on, gripping it, and I shall now drill about here, and then I'll line this one up, which is pretty straightforward. If you see, it's back on the edge. I'll put another pot rivet through there for now. Okay, this is the other pot, this is the second one. And this is quite difficult. Oh my god. Oh. Bit more. I'm using the pressure on the floor. Holy molies. But I tell you, that you can't even budge. That's just two, and that is goddamn solid. That is really good. So I'll carry on now. I'll measure this, then put the other side on. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I've put the bottom states. I'll cut this one. The other one's around the other way, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll cut these off anyway. And now I want to make enough room for the fuel tank to fit in. A little bit of place. I'm going to put some foam at the bottom of the tank, and I'm going to fix these two and bridge them across there, and then pot rivet, like I said, into that. So I just thought I'd show you how far I got. I'll tell you what, these pot rivets are going in, and they ain't going to come out. So I'll measure this where I want it. That's probably about right, actually. And this is going to be my seat as well, you see. So fuel tank and battery as well in here. Okay, so now I'll start joining them. Okay, so these are the struts going across at the bottom. I've done that. I just marked it there, scribed it, cut through down to this plate, then cut this way into the plate. Same both ends, and then you'll see that that fits. So I'll put with that one on there, like so, and then that one on there. I'll show you in a sec. Okay, so you can see it's taking shape, and it's pretty solid, I must admit. These spot rivets are brilliant. So I've put two in each strap going across, and then the tank will fit nicely in there. And I'll put the other strap across the back. Actually, I just made a booby, because I should have done is that's going to fit beautifully. Yep, because I'm going to put foam in the back of these so it doesn't rub against the. But what I should have done was copied that one exactly to do the one at the back. Anyway, so I'll carry on with this, and you're probably thinking what I'm going to do along the edges here. I've got some aluminium, not box section, 45-degree, like angle iron. Yeah, angled iron. But it's angled aluminium, and I'll go do that and bridge it, and then I'm going to put a bit of a wood across the top, make it a little bit higher. Then I've got a wooden seat which is there, and that'll fit on as well. Okay, a little slight change of plan. This is the little beast I'm putting in. You've seen this, but I'm still waiting for the angle aluminium to come. It hasn't come yet, so it should be here tomorrow hopefully. I'm just doing a quick test. This is where it's going to go, but I've done a bit of a change of mind. What I'm going to do, I've got the wood to go on when the angle comes. I'm putting a piece of wood on here, hardwood, make it sit up, and I've got another piece of wood that goes over the top of that with a I'll show you that in a bit, a 3-foot hinge, which will then hinge the seat, which has got a foam pad on top. And what I'm going to do then, I'm going to build a console. You can see that from here upwards. And I've just ordered the steering mechanism, an 8-foot steering mechanism, to come from here or there around the back and to connect to the engine. I haven't got the throttle control yet, and we're still looking at that, what to get. I haven't decided whether I might change the engine or anything, but I have got an extension tiller arm, so I can drop it in, accelerate, put into gear, and then just use the steering column. So this means I can go on my own and plane, whereas before, if I'm on my own, I have to pull forward, jump on the seat ahead, and then do it that way. So I'll just keep you posted on that. So this is a piece of ply, I think it's 6 mil. And all I've done, I haven't done it, I've just measured it so it's exactly the same size as what's on here. So you can see how it's going to look. And I've just spray glue, I will put that in the description, down below afterwards. And what will go on here again on top will be quite a thick outside seat. I'll get that, I'll show you. Okay, so what will be underneath here is a strip of wood, which is this. That'll be underneath on the angle iron, that'll be. And then this will be sitting on top of this with a 36-inch hinge, which I've got that as well. And then this will be screwed to that, like so. So it gives me quite a bit of height for sitting on then. Then this will be bonded to the floor, just bonded. And then I'll build a console, like I said, here. But I'll show you all this and putting the steering in, how to connect the steering, because I haven't got a clue, I'm learning it myself. And then eventually I might get a throttle control and gear control, or I might change the engine. And this is going for a bit of a respray as well. But I'll show you that. So hopefully she's going to look quite tidy once I've done all that. So this guy said just glue and just fold it over and put it in, that's easy. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the angle. Okay, this is the hinge piece of ply which is going to have. And the material, I just thought I'd show you quickly what I'm doing. What I'm going to do here is cut down here to about 1/2 inch before the end. Cut it across, and then I'll spray glue on both sides. And then I'll show you then. I'll just fold these over and you'll see the edges I'm going to make. Hopefully this is going to stick back to itself. So I'll come back to you in a sec. Okay, so I've just trimmed it back. Ooh, very good. Come on, focus, that's better. So I trimmed it back. You don't need much. I'm just going to tuck that in sort of like at an angle. And then I'm going to glue it all, and then this will pop over, leaving a nice tight edge. I'll get it tighter than that. You'll see it when I've finished. I can't do it when I'm holding the camera, soz folks. But I'm going to start gluing this both sides, let it set for about a minute or so, and then I'll fold them over and I'll show you the end product. A couple of staples just to keep it in place. It's stretched a bit, I can't know that. But looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Right, so that's another quick catch up. On the last one I showed you me gluing this leatherette on top of this. Since then I've just put the frame together, which is absolute doddle. 2 screws, 2 pilot holes, and then countersunk them, and 2 good screws, and then that's it. This frame goes together, and that frame sits exactly on top of this, which I've shown you before. And now I've just turned this leatherette upside down on top, and I'm going to screw this hinge right on the edge. So I'll show you that when I've done, and then I'm going to screw it then to the top. So that's another job done. So back in a sec. A very good focus, is it? It's the light in here. Anyway. So what I'm doing is like every other one, then I'll test it. So just pop in a screw. And I'm not going too close to the edge because I don't want to split the wood. Okay, so hinge on. I'm going to tap these in. These are just to hold the leatherette in place while it dried. But yeah, and it's nice. And like I said, now what I'll do is screw this on top of that, which is the padded seat. I'll just go straight through underneath, straight into the wood. And that's the top section done. Nice. Of course, then you lift it all up, and underneath there will be my fuel tank and everything else. Hey. Smart. Beautiful. Just waiting for the metal now. Okay, so the next part of the installment is I've cut 2 pieces along the top here, just short of, well, what I've done, I took 2 mil off this side and 2 mil, so I've allowed 4 mil length off this. I've took 4mm off this to allow for the cross section, cross section to go over and come down. So I'll be cutting that checker plate and put it on the front there. So I just thought I'd show you. My metal didn't turn up, by the way, where I ordered it from. So I've had to go. I went to actually B&Q and got this. Yeah, so I'll let you know how I'm getting on. But I'm having trouble putting these pot rivets in. This gun's great, but these pot rivets are, because they're sealed, I might go and get a different pot rivet. There's one at work. So I might just get the big one with the big, I don't know if you've seen them, with the big handle you pull and push, telescopic one type. So anyway, so that's what we're up to at the moment. Okay, so I'll fit the other bit, put the cross member across, and I'll show you how we get on. Okay, started doing it, and I've bust me pot riveter. Supposed to be quite a heavy duty one, but anyway. So I've gone uptown and I've just got this one. It's brilliant, 2 pulls and it's done. I've been struggling. So yeah, back to it now.
Go for it.
Right, I just want to show you how easy this new tool I bought. I'm quite excited. We get excited over our tools, don't we?
Oh yes.
Got this tool. This is easy. How's it going this? I actually think I bent my blade. It's the power. Now this is the fun bit. This tool is an amazing bit of kit. Should have bought this earlier. Megatron. One. That is so cool, isn't it? Come on. Oh, bloody hell. That's it. That easy. Brilliant, isn't it? Beautiful. Yeah, so you put it right down to release the old one. Done. That's it, brilliant. And the strength is great, so that's not going anywhere. Okay, gonna make the seat. So put it upside down, just drill a few holes down the edges, and then that should be somewhere close. Okay, one virtually finished seat. The next is the helm, I believe, to put the steering wheel on. Is it the helm? Is that what you call it? I don't know. But anyway. Hinged, ready to go in the boat. Okay, thanks for watching this bit, and I'll see you in the next vid. Take care. Okay, fitting the steering column now, the steering wheel and whatnot. So I've just folded the piece of, you get a template, so I just cut it out, folded it in half, lined the black lines up, as you can see, and that gives you a perfect template. And I'll just cut these 3 little holes out, and then I'll roughly put it on there, and then put a marker pen around it. And I'll show you in a sec. Okay, it's pretty central to me. I'm guessing really. I'm not a big measuring person, but I usually get it right. Okay, the main holes for holding the helm in, steering, whatever, and then a small pilot hole out ready to drill and cut out the hole. Okay, holes cut, jigsawed out, bolts in, and the helm ready to go in, or the steering, whatever you call it. Well, this is what it virtually finished product looks like. So that's the seat I've made in another video. This is the steering I did in another video coming around. I think I might have to lengthen the cable. I might have to buy a longer cable, but temporarily it'll do. And this is the mount. Look at that, look at that. So I'm going to finish this off, box all this in, this all down, this will be strengthened. It's just not temporary, but it's just temporary fixed. And then I'll put the, on top, I'll make another shelf on top going across. And what will that'll do, that'll hold the depth finder, a fish finder. So, let me know what you think. Never done one before, so it was good fun. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope this will help somebody, and I'll see you in the next vid. Take care.